Author's Note and Preface of True Stories for First Communicants. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Recording by Maria Therese. True Stories for First Communicants by a Sister of Notre Dame. Author's Note. It is the writer's wish that these simple stories be put into the hands not only of those preparing for their first Holy Communion, but also of those little ones who have already had this happiness, so that the example of these other children, some of whom have already received the reward of their virtues, may encourage them to persevere in the love of our Blessed Lord. For this reason lives have been given of those who have persevered to the end, as well as of those still working out their salvation. First Sunday of Advent, 1918. Preface. These stories are admirable, very direct, most simple and true. They are all about First Communicants, mostly of our own day, and among the poor. It is clear that the writer knows how to catch and hold the attention of children, and that she can, moreover, write a story exactly as she would tell it, a rarer gift indeed, if it be a gift and not simply literary courage. The youngest communicant will be able to follow gladly these stories when read aloud without any editing or explanations, and older children will delight to read them more than once for themselves. The hearts of grown-up people will be touched by their tender pathos, and will be moved, likely enough, to tears by more than one of these spiritual tragedies in infant souls. By a true instinct, if not of set purpose, the writer has avoided the monstrous perversions of fact and horrible tales of supposed sacrilege with which too often pious people think to frighten the child into reverence. Happily, too, there is nothing here in the way of exaggeration, no flavor of the spiritual fairy tale, nothing fantastic nor even imaginative beyond the imagination that goes with genuine insight and sympathy. No child will need to be told that these tales are true. Their truth is evident in the directness and sincerity of the narrative. They are too objective, too simply told, to be creations of the writer's brain. Children are punctilious regarding the reality and solid truth of matters concerning God, and religion is not helped, but rather discredited, in their fresh minds by flights of fancy and far-fetched inventions that may yet regale the jaded faculties of certain older people. "But was he a real man?" asked the small boy, before he would adopt the saint as an example. We welcome, then, these stories, and commend them both for what they are, and even more, perhaps, for what they are not. Our hope is that the author may soon give us a second series, all from the everyday life of our own poor children, for these are the kind that give most pleasure and will do most good. W. Roach, S.J. Feast of the Holy Innocents, 1918. End of Preface. Section 1 of True Stories for First Communicants by a Sister of Notre Dame. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Recording by Maria Therese. Reggie. A few years ago in a large convent school you might have seen a happy band of children getting ready for their first Holy Communion. Such little mites they looked, 9 boys and 7 girls, the youngest only 6, the eldest 8 years old. Though they were so young, they were very much in earnest, all trying to fill their hearts with beautiful flowers for little baby Jesus. Day after day they would come running in to tell Sister of some fresh flower just added to the rest. It would be, "Sister, I gave a penny to a poor boy coming to school," or, "Sister, I turned the rope 3 times instead of jumping," or a fidgety little mite would say, "Sister, I never looked round once the whole lesson," and so on, each wanting Sister to know how much he or she was trying. The First Communion day was to be on the 25th of March, the beautiful feast of the Annunciation. Now all preparations were made. Each little soul had been washed in the precious blood of our dear Lord in confession the day before, and the great morning of the 25th had come. Such a beautiful spring morning it was. One by one the children arrived, the little girls in their white dresses with their snowy veils and wreaths of roses on their heads, and the little boys in nice suits. As they came in, each sat quietly in a little chair in class until all were ready. One little lad, in changing his shoes, had soiled his fingers, and asked if he might go and wash them. "I couldn't go to
Sample complete. Ready to continue?